Super IQ last weekend. Only came second, but he's qualified for Atlanta, so now he's trying to earn an invite to Los Angeles at the end of the year.
You've done like an extensive. You're like a.
I know these guys. These guys are my friends, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I have Joe's deck here. Joe is playing a birthing pod deck. Pretty straightforward Niapod. Nothing really too spicy. He's got one
Arc Trail.
Yeah, he's got 2 Arc Trails. He's got one Sublime Archangel, kind of a new addition to the deck. And Ben is playing Blue White Delver.
So his version of Delver is it's like the defensive Delver, right?
Yeah.
Like Blade Splicer and Restoration Angel. And does he have in his breakers? He's got one of each kind of sword.
Yeah, one Sword and Feast of Famine, one Sword and War and Peace. So, he leads off with the turn 1 Ponder. Common play with Delver right there.
That's like your second best for a turn 1 play.
Your best turn 1 play is turn 1 Delver.
Delver Secrets, yeah. And then like flipping over Monolith is
yeah, pretty good.
Then you go to game 2.
Yeah. All right, so Ben passes the turn after the Ponder. I think he might have given away that he had a probe in his hand or something because he thought for a while, but we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, see, he did have the probe in his hand. It's always better to probe on turn 2.
You're gaining no mana by doing that. You gain a lot of options by waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you see one extra card deeper.
So there's that spicy Arc Trail.
Yeah, Arc Trail could be pretty good if Ben had a Delver and that was his plan or whatever. So a pretty good hand. He could play turn 2 Borderline Ranger, go fetch up a Plains, a Forest, whatever he really needs.
Do you hold back on creature here if you're the Delver deck seeing an Arc Trail? You're like, wait.
No, I mean, I would just run out my my Delver.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't really care if Joe
just get it 1 for 1.
Yeah, it's 1 for 1. You taking, the 2 damage is not that relevant.
And it also kind of time walks Joe, right? Like if he does. Oh no, so Ben Green didn't do that.
Okay,
He just played a
maybe he doesn't have a blue.
Yeah, I think he might have.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I think he's slowing it.
All right, maybe he wants to snag his own guy or something.
Probably, actually.
Yeah, that doesn't really do too much. All right, so Joe curves out nicely here with a Borderline Ranger.
I mean, you take 3. I mean, you take 3 and discard a card.
Yeah, it's definitely worse there.
But against Niapod, which is a deck of largely 187 creatures, like Vapor Snag's not that great against them, right? Like every single card they're playing is a Blade Splicer or a Huntmaster of the Fells.
Thrag Tusk.
Yeah, you don't want to be making them pick up all those cards, right?
The only way Snag's really good is if you're the aggressor and you kind of want to temple them out.
Or you get rid of their Restoration Angel while they're tapped out.
Exactly.
You get in for like 6 damage or something.
But I mean, even then, they play the Angel, gain more advantage, probably blink on something good. So the other matchup we have is Ben Lundquist versus Reed Duke. So if these guys get done early, we're going to see
2 of the best players in the world.
Yeah, I mean, currently playing, definitely 2 of the best players in America.
We saw Ben play earlier.
Okay.
He's playing Augur of Bolus version of Delver Secrets.
Yeah. All right, so Ben's weighing his options here. He's got Seachrome Coast and Glacial Fortress. Ben probably, his strongest player in here might just be a Blade Splicer, land Blade Splicer.
So the Blade Splicer is probably going to die. You take 2, and then you're left with a 3/3.
Yeah,
You can see that.
Yeah. And plus it gets, so he pays a mana for the probe. We see that Joe drew a Strangleroot Geist. That's his only new card. He got the Plains from the Borderline Ranger, and he had the other 3 in his hand.
And can he cast the Strangleroot Geist?
Yeah, he can cast it. He has the.
Is there another forced?
No, he has the red-green duel in his hand from
it.
M13. All right, so Ben plays a Delver, and so he did not have the land. All right, so this game's looking super good for Joe. I feel Joe's best play here is probably just Arc Trail.
And then Strangleroot Geist.
Yeah, then Strangleroot Geist. It's kind of convenient for Joe that he drew the green-white land. Otherwise, he couldn't have made both plays. Because his only red source was the Carplusian Forest, which also acted as his second green source.
Got it.
Yeah. All right, so Ben draws a Glacial Fortress. It's going to come into play tap, though. So it's not going to help him too much. But, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I think it's looking pretty bad for Ben. He's going to fall down to 7.
Yeah, Blue-White Delver deck's not particularly good at catching up when it's behind.
Yeah.
Like, it's good at pressing advantages, but... and the other thing is, like, even if he... what's his stabilizing card now that the Arc Trail's gone? Like, it's going to be Blade Splicer into Restoration Angel. He's still vulnerable to a top deck Bonfire in the hand, right?
Or even if Joe just plays a Birthing Pod, if he just draws it, he can just go up the chain and gain too much advantage. Alright, so there's a Visionary. I'm kind of surprised how Joe tapped his mana. I would normally you want to have...
Yeah, tapping the mountain's way better than tapping the...
Yeah, just in case, imagine if Joe just drew a second Strangler Geist there, you know? Alright, so Vapor Snag bounces... Oh wow, that actually came into effect. We were just talking about it, and it just shows because now Joe...
He mistapped.
Yeah, he mistapped, yeah. Alright. So there's a Thought Scour. Ben draws his card. And let's see if he hit his 4th land. Could be
It looks
important.
like he's playing it, yeah.
Alright, yeah, so there is a Probe.
It's like his 3rd, 4th probe this game.
Yeah, 3rd Probe.
So he drew another Arc Trail.
Yeah, so it's Arc Trail, Strangler Geist, Plains, and the Copperline Gorge. They're kind of disappointed with that mana tapping. I don't know if it's going to come into effect because, you know...
He's so far ahead.
Yeah, so far ahead, it might not really be... Ooh, Blaze Splicer, okay. So Joe's going to have to definitely get rid of the Blaze Splicer right now. He doesn't really want, you know, that thing to stick around just in case of a...
We didn't see Joe's library, but it felt like I didn't like how he drew his card. Like, what if it had been Bonfire?
Bonfire,
he
right,
put it
yeah.
straight into his hand.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to do 1 and 2 to the Golem.
And then...
a Strangler
So he's going to
Geist.
swing with everybody?
All right.
So he's just saying don't block?
So, well, the Golem has to block the Borderline Ranger. That's Ben's best block here.
Well, he's encouraging it not to block, though, by
Yeah,
making
exactly. But I don't really like that play by Joe, I don't think.
Well, you certainly have to kill the... You think you should just, like, put 2 on Ben's life total and swing it?
Yeah, I mean, he could, right?
But he's going to eat... He's going to eat the Borderland Ranger then.
He's going to eat the Borderline Ranger, and then Ben's going to go down to 3 life.
Yeah, but Ben didn't block.
He didn't block, wow.
See, he ran the no blocks.
I don't know if I agree with that, but we'll see what happens.
Phantasmal Image on Borderland...
No, on Strangler Geist.
On Strangler Geist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
that's much better than on Borderland
Oh, yeah,
Ranger
yeah,
in
much
this
better.
spot.
Yeah, especially when Ben has 5 lands. Oh, there's the Bonfire.
Yeah,
Right, so
that's probably it, right?
It turned out it didn't matter at all.
So you played...
Oh, so he's gonna Bonfire? Wait, it might...
For 2?
Yeah, so he's a Bonfire for 2, give him to 1. Even if Ben has Mana Leak and Vapor Snag.
Playing around the leak, right?
Yeah. So wait.
Whoa, he has how many attackers? He has
4.
4 attackers.
But the Pilgrim might have to be tapped
Yeah.
for the, you know, if you had to pay for Mana Leak. Alright, so...
Well,
yeah, I don't understand the Oh, so he does have Snapcaster Vapor Snag. Yeah, wow. This game's crazy. Every time I come to the booth, there's always these crazy games.
I bet they're always crazy.
Yeah,
It's actually it's hard to follow sometimes because especially in things like you see how Joe's library is not on camera.
Yeah.
Like we were watching this match and I didn't understand what was going on and there was like a miracle bonfire going on and I'm like, why is he moving all of his cards?
Oh,
or
really?
like a few rounds ago, like why was one guy looking at the other guy's deck and like he had ultimated Sorin, but like Sorin was like off to the off in the corner. Yeah. And then, you know, we didn't see it then.
Yeah. So remember, all of Ben's creatures besides the Snapcaster already has 2 points of damage on them.
So they're doomed to death.
Yeah.
But he's actually getting good trades here, right?
I mean, it's not terrible.
I mean, he's at 1 life.
Yeah,
Like,
and the Stronger Root Ice is going to come back.
Does Ben know Joe's deck list? Does he know that there's not a lot of reach left in Joe's deck, right? He's got no more Arc Trails and 1 more Bonfire total.
So that Golem should be dead.
Why is the Golem tapped?
Yeah, no, the Golem should be dead. All right, we should stop it because the Golem should be dead, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah. Can we stop it for a
The
second?
Golem should be dead.
I mean, unless I'm just completely oblivious, which...
No, I agree with you. It looked to me like the Bonfire result.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why is there a counter on the Phantasmal Image?
I'm 99.9% sure that Golem blocked. Yeah, okay, they're talking about it now. Okay. See? Man, if I wasn't in the booth, what would happen? Who would, you know? Oh, come on.
I mean, they would back it up on a Pro Tour.
I mean, they should back it up here.
No, for sure, it should just be dead.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, Ben, if you're watching this in a replay, sorry I called you out on it. I mean, he definitely didn't do it on purpose or anything. It just, you know, it just happens. Now, is he able to take back his attack or no?
I don't think he should be.
I don't know. All right, for everybody at home, you got to make sure you pay attention to everything that's going on. So, all right, so there's a Blade Splicer.
Oh, so he probably was thinking in his head he was going to have 2 first striking golems.
Maybe because he had Blade Splicer in his hand, and he's just like, okay. So
maybe he was thinking, like, I could totally see, like, you make these incorrect connections. Like, my guy's already first strike because I'm holding a Blade Splicer.
yeah, like, and talking about playing around things, Joe wanted to play around Mana Leak, but it cost him the game possibly. Because if he just bonfires,
if he just paid it all, he'd be dead.
Yeah, he'd just be dead. You know what I'm saying? And it's like super likely for Ben to have a Snapcaster in his hand because every deck plays like 4 Snapcaster, where some decks play like 2 or 3 Mana Leaks sometimes, you know? So, if you had to guess, Cavern was what? Human?
Does he have anything big?
I mean, he has Inferno Titan, maybe Giant.
I would say Giant.
Giant? Okay.
Because he has enough to pay for any human, right?
Sure, yeah.
So,
yeah.
I would guess Giant.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't have a Cenobite or anything, right? Wolf?
No, I mean, he has the Wolf for his Silverheart.
Yeah, it's a one-of.
Yeah, so.
I would guess Giant.
All right, so life totals right now stand, Ben's at 1, Joe's on 10.
He's on what?
Angel. Oh, okay.
Oh, well there's why.
Yeah. I kind of disagree with naming Angel, because it's like gives it away, and you have 8 mana that you can pay for mana. Yeah. I mean, if I didn't have Angel, I would probably name Angel to hope he doesn't attack, you know?
I don't know. Eric Kesselman used to say, always play for the trick you have before you play for the
trick you don't have?
It's the trick you don't have. Like,
Kesselman's a smart guy. All right, so no bonfire there.
And that's lethal?
I'm sure Ben has something here.
A Vapor Snag, an Angel.
Snag. All right, so Joe falls to 9.
But there's no way that Ben can get through, right? Like, there's...
I mean...
Not for 9.
Well, if Ben just draws, you know, possibly a sword, you know, if he has like another Snag and a sword or something along those lines, he might be able to pull out of this.
White-red sword?
I mean, white-red sword would be, like, not that great because of the green ground guys.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets through with that. You want a green sword, but the Angel can block the guy with the green sword.
Yeah, well, I mean, if the Angel's blocking, that's good for us, you know, but it's definitely...
No, the Angel's blocking, and then he's got 2 guys on the ground. Like, you know,
I mean, either way, it's looking bad for Ben. Maybe Snapcaster and a Snag one more time.
I think his best thing to have is an Angel, because then he can, like, he can overextend on a block and then play the Angel and rebuy the Blade Splicer, and then that Angel also counters Joe's Angel, right?
Sure. So he's going for a main phase Snapcaster, it looks like?
Yeah, so probably for a card drawing spell.
Like a Ponder?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Ponder.
He's looking for like an Angel.
But then he needs the 4th land as well.
But he's got cards in his hand.
Okay. All right, so there's a shot of Ben. 2-time state champion.
Pennsylvania state champion.
Pennsylvania
what did he
state
win
champion.
with?
I don't know. Standards always, you know, it changes so much. If I say Blue-Green Madness, half the viewers probably won't know what it is. Maybe you guys will, so.
Did you ever win a state championship, Gerard?
Yeah, I have.
New Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey, yeah.
What deck? Oh, was that the year that the tap-out blew?
I'm not sure. I like States. It's a good tournament, though.
I love States. It's my favorite tournament of the year to play in, actually.
All right, so taking a look at the graveyard. And now Ben passed a turn. So the Moorland Haunt's definitely going to help a lot.
Yeah, block the Angel.
Yeah.
And no fun.
Wow.
Why is he tapping so much land?
Yeah. He did it for 3 this time, just in case. All right, so after...
all that.
Yeah, after all that.
That was his last reach card in his deck, right?
Yeah, it was. He only had 1 Bonfire left and 1 Arc... No.
He played both Arc Trails.
He played both Arc Trails. So he only had 1 Bonfire left. And besides for that, I mean, I guess Infernal Titan would have done it. But, yeah, Joe kind of barely got out of that one.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Moorland Haunt might hold him off.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. All right, so, I mean, I think Ben played that pretty well. There was confusion there with the Golem token. Yeah, Golem token not dying, but, yeah. So, these guys are going to sideboard. Joe's going to be up a game. What is Joe going to bring him? What do you think?
Joe going to bring? Let me see his sideboard.
Yeah. I'll take a look at Ben's.
Let's see. I can't read this very well. So,
I don't know. Does
Ancient
Joe,
Grudge is...
Here's the thing about Ancient Grudge. When you're playing red-green against Delver decks.
Okay.
When I played Delver a few months ago, I would always set out all my artifacts under the expectation my opponent would bring in about 2 Ancient Grudges.
Sure.
But the problem is, even though your artifacts are high impact, if they draw even 1 Ancient Grudge, you are buried.
Yeah, it's so bad for you.
It's impossibly bad. I think Joe only has 1 Ancient Grudge, but I think he brings it in.
Okay, that's fair.
I think Arc Trial and Bonfire of the Damned are both excellent in this matchup, and I would bring those in. That's
Okay.
3. I would not bring in Garrick, Hero Blade Hold, Silverblade Paladin. What do you think about Stinger Fling Spider in this matchup? Kind of slow or excellent?
No, I think Spider is good.
Because it kills angels?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's 4 cards. Peace and Famine I would not bring. I would consider War and Peace, but I don't think it's that good.
Yeah,
And then Zealous Conscript Founded. So we're talking about 4 cards-ish.
sure. And he can maybe trim on some of his guys.
I would take out expensive stuff. His version of Pod doesn't go real high. You know, it ends on a 5 curve. So I think, I don't know, is Stranglerate Geist that good? He only has 2. It costs double green on the second turn. When I'm playing this kind of deck, it's the first card I start cutting when my opponent has blockers.
Yeah, that's fair. Because, I mean, Strangler Geist does nothing against the Blaze Spicer, essentially.
But yeah, it's like, it's just awful. And it like a lot of the time, you have these awkward hands with Cavern of Souls where like you need to name a bird first or like name Spirit on the second turn, and then it no longer has any value at all as a colored producer. I think I would, as long as he has 1 Elvish Visionary, I think you just have to call that your 2.
Okay.
I'd cut the Strangler Geist and maybe some high-end stuff.
Yeah,
Acidic Slime.
That's definitely fair.
Yeah.
Maybe cut the Inferno Titan just because it's a 6
No, I think
drop.
Inferno Titan's very good
Yeah.
against Delver.
You
It's
think
a good
so?
finisher, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
You get to the point where, I don't know, you haven't played much on the Delver side, right? In these matchups?
I have played a lot of Delver. Actually, 2 opens ago, I came, I think, 10th.
With Delver?
Yeah, with Delver, yeah.
I feel like when I'm playing Delver and my opponent starts potting up, like the game enters into this different phase where like we're playing like a sub game as well as playing a game of Magic, and it's just like not just what are we gonna do in the game of Magic, but like what is my opponent gonna do at every step if I can't answer it.
Okay.
And a lot depends on like what configuration your opponent's pod list is, because if they go to Wormcoil Engine, that's just a brick. Like they're gonna go Wormcoil Engine, you're gonna Vapor Snag them.
Yeah.
But if they go to Inferno Titan, they change the race. Like if they got 1 attack in with Inferno Titan, it could swing so much damage.
Sure, definitely.
And there's not much value of like lifting it and then they replay it and then you take 6. Like all your guys are so small. Like look at Ben's deck. He doesn't have any Geist of Saint Traft.
Yeah.
His guys are all dead to Inferno Titan. So other than Restoration Angel, I think Inferno Titan I would keep it in.
Okay, yeah, and for Ben, okay, so Ben's definitely going to bring in the 2 Flash Freezes. He's going to try to stop Birthing Pod, he's going to try to stop just any one of Joe's creatures pretty much. Stop Bonfire off the top.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, he's going to bring in the Mental Missteps.
I was going to ask you, like, I'm hot and cold on Mental Misstep. I love it against Delver, and it's really great or awful against green decks.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is though stopping a bird or a Pilgrim is just so awesome.
But
so
drawing it after turn 1
of course
is
atrocious. Bad. Yeah, I mean, it's super bad, but hopefully you could like hide it with a Ponder and shuffle it away or something. But yeah, he's going to bring in the Mental Missteps, Flash Freezes, and he's going to bring in both images, I believe.
What about Divine Offering?
Yeah, I can see him bringing in the one. I would
consider that.
Yeah, the 1 Divine Offering. It's not that great just because his only target really is the Birthing Pod. Does Joe play Phyrexian Metamorph? He plays 1.
Yeah. I would consider it. I think I would heavily consider it because did Joe play a Birthing Pod that game?
No, he did not.
Yeah, he could easily be like Red Green Jackie Lee and have like swords or something.
Yeah, but I mean, he saw like the Borderline Ranger. He saw white mana.
Okay.
So yeah,
that's acceptable.
All right.
So what do you think he's taking out?
I'm not too sure. But,
you keeping Leaks in this matchup?
No, I don't think Leaks very good.
I tend to take out Leaks, and I also, if I don't know what else to do, I take out Probes.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, we saw a bunch of Caverns already, or at least 1. All right, so Ben led off with a Ponder. Joe answered with a turn 1 Bird of Paradise. And there's a Vapor Snag.
Aggressive.
Right. So this means one of 2 things. It means A, that he has a Delver and he's trying to go beat down, which he does. Yep. Or B, it means that Ben has a hand probably with like 2 Snapcaster Mages. And just trying to keep the tempo up, you know?
I think he's going for like a tempo game.
Yeah. All right, so Delver should flip, right? Okay, well, I mean, he knew the card from Ponder, but, right, it would be like 1-2, and this would be the final card.
Yep. So, but it didn't.
Yeah, Delver doesn't flip.
It's not like he's getting a block anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, he could attack in there for 1, which he does. So either a Blaze Splicer or like a Snapcaster, Ponder again, would probably be pretty nice here.
So what kind of version of Delver do you like? Do you like the Blaze Splicer version?
Yeah, I like Blaze Splicer. I think Geist is good as well. It just comes down to, what do you think your metagame's going to be?
Yeah, I think the Blade Splicer version is very good at accepting people, and that the Geist version, you have to be a little more draw dependent. Like, when your draws are good, they're overwhelmingly good, but like, imagine your opponent has a Blade Splicer, your Geist never attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, Blade Splicer's good at catching up, where a Geist is like, if you're behind, it's not really good at,
you won't catch up.
All right, there's a Cavern. Probably on Angel, because he just passed with 4 open.
So
And Ben's going to try to trigger the Delver, see if it flips. It does not flip, so he's either drawing lands or maybe he's drawing more Snapcasters.
more Snapcasters.
Yeah.
If he has an excess of Snapcasters, at some point he's going to rebuy that Ponder, right?
Yeah, or the Snag, just in case, because, I mean, it seems obvious that an Angel might come down on Joe's side.
I mean, you have to attack anyway, right? You have to make him have it.
No, you don't attack unless...
You have a Vapor Snag.
Unless you have Snapcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just pass.
No. I'm not. I was assuming he had Snapcasters,
okay.
like what you were saying.
All right. Well, I guess he does.
No, you don't run your guys into death.
Yeah. All right. So there is the Angel from Joe. Joe gets on tap. Is this Birthing Pod here? This would be really good for him. Ooh,
oh,
wow.
That's also really good for him.
That's like even better.
So equip.
Yeah. Equipped on the bird. That's interesting because he could have just walked into a gut shot right there.
Well, apparently he didn't.
Yeah.
I guess
and the Angel's attacking. I don't like this attack.
Well, his read was that there's no Vapor Snag coming, right?
Yeah, I mean, Ben could be like sandbagging the Snag though.
He has 4 lands, right?
Yeah.
He has an Angel.
He has
Rebuy there.
Angel.
Okay.
Yeah. Why would Joe attack with his Restoration Angel? It just does nothing.
He's gonna bounce Angels here, right?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't block.
No, he did block.
No, I don't think he did.
No, he pointed. It was a definite block.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because Joe touched both of his flyers with his middle fingers.
Yeah, but then Ben tapped his Restoration Angel.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll get a life total check in a second, but I'm almost certain that he blocked. All right, so there's a gut shot. Delver's gonna flip.
On what? Gut shot? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ben has 13 points of damage here.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, and Joe's all tapped down?
Yeah, I mean, well, he has 13 on board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, I was reading Ben's life total.
Oh, okay,
I'm like,
yeah.
what? This
All right, so
play doesn't change.
Yeah, Joe's going on to 8 life, so it should be 13 to 8 in Ben's favor. And imagine if that Restoration Angel was there. That Angel could have, blocked the Delver, and Ben would have had to use a gut shot for it.
I think that if the Angel were there, he would have only sent with his Angel and 2 Golems, though. He wouldn't have sent with it.
Or sure, I mean, but it still forces Ben to use his gut shot and save some damage too.
In fact, I would not have flipped the Delver if that were the situation. I would look.
Oh, really?
I would not flip the Delver. I would send the other 3
Yeah,
guys.
that's pretty smart as well.
Yeah. So,
yeah. But I still think Joe should have not attacked with that Angel.
I totally see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Oh, there's a spider.
Oh, is that a spider? I thought it was a birthing pod.
No, that's a 2/5 that we're talking about.
He's gonna kill the 3/4, right?
I mean, he should target the Angel.
If he has another Angel here. Oh, counterspell? Yep.
Oh, flash freeze, nice. All right, so this game's pretty exciting, and what's interesting there is that he did this before combat, so maybe now he can't attack with that bird. If he had another card in his hand, and Ben had another card in his hand, that Sword of War and Peace would have done more damage and gained more life.
Vapor Snag off of Snapcaster Mage. Should be it, right?
Yeah. 3, 6.
Swing with everything, and he has a gut shot for extra.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that birds were tapped. Joe could have the bird untapped. Because
and he had open land.
Yeah, he had open land. Yeah. Okay, so maybe some nerves.
You think there was just a lot of mistakes from Joe?
I mean,
the game would have been highly different.
The game would have been different.
Last 2 turns have been.
Yeah, I don't want to call it any straight mistakes or whatever, but I know Joe, and he's my friend. He's a friend of mine, and he just gave a look, kind of like he probably knew that the game could have played out a little different. I think he got a little overconfident, over happy with sword on my guy, attack.
Oh yeah, I think.
Yeah. I think it was Chris Pakula who said every time he had like a morphed. Exalted Angel? Yeah, and the opponent said, go, just untap as quick as possible, And I feel that's kind of like the same feeling with the Sword of War and Peace. If you hit once, you're like, yeah, hit once with the Sword of War and Peace. Like, how can I lose, kind of,
I think many of us have a tendency to play worse when we start to win.
Oh, it's so true.
And the best players play so well when they're losing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they get their free games from.
Yeah.
Or not free games, extra games from.
Yeah. And also some players, I'm even guilty of it. I very occasionally, depending on who I play against, I feel bad that I'm winning, that I just kind of want to end it quick.
Yeah.
And then you know, like if you're playing your friend and your friend's like stuck on 2, you're just like, all right, attack, and you don't do everything properly, and then sometimes it comes back to hurt you because...
I was playing in a pizza queue a few years ago. Zvi Moshwitz played in the pizza queue, actually.
Okay.
Even though he's in
In
the Hall of Fame.
yeah.
They let you play in a pizza queue, and he's just like, oh yeah, I just want to practice some Magic, you know, and I'll play again. And like my deck was wicked. I had like a Disintegrate and like, you know, a bunch of good stuff. And I had just beaten like 2 of my friends who wanted to be on the Pro Tour like in the first couple of rounds. And I was playing against Zvi, and then Zvi was mana screwed. And I was just like, I felt so bad about winning.
Okay.
And then like...
But you didn't feel bad about beating your 2 other friends that really wanted to be...
And I was just like, man, this is like a weird day.
Yeah.
And then like, I crushed V in game 1, and then I felt bad about it. And then he ended up coming back to beat me.
Yeah.
And he says the reason he came back to beat me is I played so loose in game 2. And I'm like, yeah, I played loose because like I felt bad about like, you were stuck on 2, and I had a Disintegrate. Like, I had an extra Disintegrate, you know? We're playing, he's like, it's like, yeah, but like, I'm your friend and everything, and I would have killed you, you know, in the same spot. You know, we all play for the throat. Mercy is death, you know. You come into this situation like you just took out Satan. Satan really wanted to play in the play in the Pro Tour.
Sure.
You beat him like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. All right. These guys shuffled and presented quick for game 3, which I like.
Oh well,
But
looks
Joe's
like a ship to 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the whole, you know, momentum of the Ben's gave a little look. I think that look is like, I feel bad you're mulliganing, you know, but I'm gonna keep.
Really? I feel like it might have been you're mulliganing. I wish I did.
Yeah.
Like I
Nah.
I think the common regrets in Magic are your opponent mulligans, which gives you an open, and you didn't mulligan, and you end up losing to his 6 because your keep was loose.
Okay.
I think that's a really common one. Like I actually called it in the last round. Osip's opponent mulliganed to 4, and he had this look, and I'm like, he kept a 1-lander, and you're like, no, he didn't. And I'm like, turn 1 bird, go. Turn 2, no second land. I'm like,
And Osip lost?
what? He lost the match, yeah.
Did he win that game where the guy?
He won the game on the mull to 4 barely.
Okay.
It was like
barely,
close, and but then he just got blown out in the 3rd game. But I could just tell it was like a I wish I mulled this one.
Yeah.
You know. Like,
all right. So
Joe's on the draw, so I think that being on the draw affects your.
No, he's gonna be on the play.
I'm sorry, Ben's on the draw.
Yeah.
It affects your likelihood to keep, I think, if you think you're a
of
little bit
course.
behind.
Yeah, and plus you're up a card. You're actually up like a card and a half because you're on the draw, or 2 cards, however you want to look at it. All right, so Joe's gonna keep. There is turn 1 Pilgrim.
Ooh.
I have a feeling Ben has the gut shot.
Oh, he's about to.
He's about to? Okay, yeah. Yeah. I see a Ponder in the Ponder. Ooh,
He has the gut shot.
He does have the gut shot. Wow, I kind of felt it. I kind of felt Ben kept like
No,
he did keep a 1-lander. That's what I was thinking. He kept a 1-lander, okay, with the gut shot because he knew he was on the mulligan.
Oh, but if it's a Ponder,
Yeah.
that's like not a real 1-lander.
Yeah,
It's like 4 digs.
sure.
He's gonna Def's gut shot this now, right?
I think so. Yeah, there's a gut shot. So he's paying 2 life.
I love gut shot. It's one of my favorite cards.
I mean, it's a fun card. It's neat.
It's good even in red decks. You know, you like gut shot them and then play Stormblood Berserker on the 2nd turn.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, so there's another Pilgrim. So Joe's not mana screwed as we can tell right now.
Snapcaster Mage? Yep.
All right. The gut shot going to work.
Oh man, Ben's
Exciting
life total's
game
doing
3.
work.
Yeah. All right, so Joe draws. There's his 3rd land, and he passes.
Nothing.
Wow. Nothing and probably no tricks.
Next turn he might have some tricks, right? But not this turn.
All right, so there's a Ponder. 1, 2, 3. Can't really see what he has down there, but he's got another Ponder in his hand too. So yeah, I mean, if it was a 1-lander,
you gotta keep.
yeah.
Because even if you get a shuffle into a 3, you know, that's plenty.
Yeah.
But he has no white yet.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah. All right, so that Snapcaster's gonna get in there for 2 points of damage.
Hasn't yet.
Not yet.
What's he thinking about?
What is going on? Why did that Snapcaster not attack?
Oh, well, he knew something we didn't. Oh, no, he didn't.
No.
This random Borderland Ranger.
Nobody plays the 3/3 Flash guy. The Wolfear Avenger. Nobody plays that.
I think I've seen some today, actually.
In a red-green deck. All right, so Borderline Ranger gets countered. I'm still shocked about the Snapcaster. Ben, what are you doing? 2 points of damage. That's good, right? Isn't that your favorite thing to do is attack for 2?
Me?
Was that you or Pakula? It was one of you guys.
I mean, all of us love attacking for 2.
I get you guys confused sometimes.
I love attacking for 2.
All right, so Snapcaster gets in. There's a Cavern, probably on Angel. And there's a Ponder.
I'm trying to think what my favorite thing is. I think like
Doing commentary with me is your favorite thing.
I like that.
All
You're
right.
a superb commentator, by the way, Gerard.
Thank you. All right, so there's a Blade Splicer. So
You know, it'd be the worst if Joe had like a red land in his hand and he just top decked the bonfire there. That would be the worst.
I mean, a red land would be pretty good for Joe because maybe he has like an Arc Trail in his hand or something. But wow, this match shifted. I think Joe might replay this and he might have realized he maybe could have won game 2 somehow.
But there easily could be a Restoration Angel here, right?
I mean, sure.
And there it is.
But I think Ben's gonna have something. Ben pondered 3 times. I feel like he's gonna have a snag or a mana leak or something along those lines.
Or a dead golem. He's thinking a long time for somebody who has something.
I think Joe's getting exciting.
Yep.
Oh. All right.
Splat.
Yeah. So Joe jumps a golem token. Oh, okay. Ben probably has his own angel.
So he was waiting on a block on Blade Splicer?
In like a fantasy world?
Come on. And he got the read too.
All right, so there is the angel. Blinks out Blade Splicer.
Like, no one is ever going to block the Blade Splicer.
I guess Ben thinks maybe he doesn't have the angel. Like, I get him damage. But like, why would he?
But
want
he
to
didn't attack on turn 3
with the Snapcaster.
Yeah.
So like, so sometimes he hears about damage, sometimes he doesn't.
No, I mean maybe I don't know what he was thinking about. He's thinking about Wolf here. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I would have never put my opponent on Wolf here.
Yeah, never. Yeah. All right, so Ben's still in a good position.
I mean, he's got a lot of stuff in play.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's not in great position. He can't really attack very well.
Yeah.
He has to get critical mass. I mean, I don't know how many. Well, we do know he has Flash Freeze in his deck. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he used a Flash Freeze already. It's in the yard. He used it on the Borderline Ranger.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you are right. He still has 1 left.
But I'm just thinking about situations where like he has to generate mass to get through and not getting blown up by bonfire.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah.
that's the.
I mean, a bonfire right now off the top would just wipe Ben's board.
If it resolves, yeah. Like
yeah.
I mean, it's thinking a lot. He's probably got like, I mean, like you said, he pondered 100 times, so he's got like a Snapcaster Mage for that Flash Freeze. You know, that would be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
More than fine, right?
So there's a shot of Ben. Okay, there's that. So Angel getting Blade Splicer, getting another. This is danger. This is like if he doesn't have something, he's just walking into the bonfire even more. You know.
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't have mind. What? And then he's attacking.
Maybe he's got a gut shot.
This is a crazy play.
Got a gut shot. If you're no. If you're, why would you block the golem token?
Because he knows he doesn't have a gut shot. That was a crazy play. I don't know. I think Joe might be able to come back. 4 mana. Oh, Huntmaster. Is that good?
What up, Huntmaster? Like at Pro Tour.
Yeah, Huntmaster resolved.
At Pro Tour Dark Ascension, that was like, everyone's like, this is just the best guy.
Yeah.
We want to play like 100 of him. But now he barely gets any play anymore.
Thragtusk just, you kicked Huntmaster out.
We get like, go from like, this is the best.
Yeah.
Kibble told me he thought he was the best creature in Magic at one point.
Yeah.
And then all the way down to
it's like,
one of.
Yeah. It's like maybe I'll play a Huntmaster in my deck if I have to. If I can't find my 4th Thragtusk. All right, so there's Thought Scout on a turn. Honestly, if I was Ben, I would have blinked up the Snapcaster and pondered again. Because now Joe's in a... I mean, Joe has the favorable board position, I think.
I mean, Ben can jam. He can't really jam anymore, can he?
What can he jam?
He has a golem token.
I mean, maybe Ben has the goods in his hand or something, but... This is actually an exciting game. I'm happy I'm doing commentary.
Do you like stalled boards like this?
Not if I'm the guy without bonfires. If I'm the guy with bonfires, I'm like, okay, let's just play the longest game possible.
From my perspective, like he has to put more and more mass down. He's gonna get buried, right?
Yeah.
But like these games, like I get like so confused, like actually playing them.
Yeah. Antonio would be like, I just gotta attack with everybody, you know? Antonio never liked big boards. There's a Snapcaster, so now he's gonna ponder. But look, is it a snag?
He's getting for 3.
Why would Ben leave open a cavern and not like another, like a colored land, right?
I don't know. He doesn't have anything.
All right.
I mean, is Joe so low that this is a...
No, Joe's on 11.
Yeah, an attractive... Why doesn't he block like the... Oh, I guess that's his best block.
Yeah, so Joe's...
Why does he have to block the golem?
Because he's gonna fall pretty low. I think Joe's gonna be at 4. We'll find out in a second. No bonfire. Yeah, 4, right? 4 or 5. It says 4. Is that right?
I assume it's right.
Okay. So what can Joe do here? Joe
Birthing pod, drag tusk.
I mean, if Joe had another angel, this would be a blow. Does he? No.
No, remember he bounced the angel.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, why is he doing it now?
Because Ben's tapped down.
No, but you have to risk it. You have to pass a turn. Huntmaster flips, targets the phantasmal image, kills that.
He probably doesn't see the play.
You don't think so?
I think he must not. I understand what you're saying. So
Like, if he has mana leak or whatever, fine, I lose. But you have to. Sometimes you have to like risk it to come back.
yeah, I mean, obviously, if he can kill the phantasmal image, that's huge,
Yeah.
right? So. But I mean, he's still in an okay position, right? He just gained 2 life. Celestial
Purge.
Yeah, see, he might have gotten purged.
He might have got purged. Yeah.
I think he's looking pretty tight compared to you.
I don't know. I would have played so risky, but all right. And then that's it. Crazy game. I thought Joe had game 2.
Yeah, his attacks were too aggressive.
Yeah. Especially when you have sword, it's like you're gonna eventually win if they can't answer the sword.
You just swing with one guy at a time.
Yeah. All right, so there's 11 minutes left. I really hope Reed Duke and Ben Lundquist are just about to start the game 3, so we can actually watch a game 3 here. But I'm not sure.
$2, what do you think? We get them?
Oh, we're getting it?
We're getting a nod. All right.
All right, so there we see.
So what kind of decorations?
Oh, no, there's Lundquist in the background.
Oh,
yeah.
No, they're walking over to the table.
Awesome.
There's Reed. So
right.
what kind of decorations does Beatdown Benny have?
All right, so Benny's playing an 18 land double deck. All right.
With like a bunch of force.